Hey Kendra, what's up?
Coach, how are you?
Good, how are you? Hi
Good,
Sandra,
good.
it's good to see you.
You too, you too. Beautiful smile. Oh, people, I like people.
I know. Hi Brooke,
Hey,
how are you today?
doing good. Trying to get my wife's laptop set up for this, but it looks like I'll just be on the iPhone today.
That's okay. Sometimes, the iPhone is better. I have my iPhone too, just in terms of like me being able to see you because it's actually taller. So it's my screen, I'm on my computer and my phone, but I'll be able to see you. Um, I'll be able to see you from top to bottom.
Okay, do you want it set up vertical like this or
Yeah, yeah, that works.
okay?
That
All
works.
right.
Hi, Evelyn.
Hola.
It's good to see you. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I know.
How are you?
Good, good. How about
Cool.
yourself?
Good, good. I
I'm
am.
excited for this. I'm
I
excited to see
know.
what else you've got going on, like online. I wish I could come to where you are, but it's a little
I
far.
know. I know. I know. I just moved to Pittsburgh, so I'm in Pennsylvania now. And I don't. Where are you again? You're at Florida,
I'm Jersey now,
Jersey.
but
Okay.
New
Were
York
you in?
is
Where were you before?
New York.
Oh, New York. I don't know why I thought you were in the South for a little bit. Never in the
Yeah.
South.
No,
No. I
no.
feel like sometimes the people from New York I work with, they go New York, Florida.
Laura, yeah,
Same thing with Ohio, Pennsylvania. It's the whole area, but it's
yeah,
good to see you.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes and then we'll get started. So I would love for you guys to all put in the chat a word how you're feeling. If you're ready to go, just type yes, exclamation point, or go ahead and type in where you're tuning in from too. I know where some of you are from. Sandra, hi. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, good. Go ahead and put in the chat where you're coming in from. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, probably just like a minute actually, and then we'll get started. But I'm just a little nervous to share my screen and then not see someone come in the waiting room. So cool. Yes, excited. We're from Georgia. California. Oh, Sandra coming from California. Awesome. I'm glad the time could work because I was a little nervous with this time on like East Coast or West Coast people, but we're good. New Jersey, we got a lot of people in the north. I know Brooke is from Alabama, right?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. I'm like,
Al-
am I gonna mess up the southern
Alabama?
state? Yeah,
Alabama?
you guys are neighbors. Yeah.
Ah, I don't see many people from Alabama on Kettlebell World.
I know, I know.
We
All
hardly
right.
have any trainers. We hardly have any female trainers in California, Southern California for
What?
kettlebells. It's
Really?
so rare. It's you
That's
guys are all back
interesting.
east. I think it started back there, like the
Yeah,
training and all that. So it's
that's
just
surprising to
during
me.
COVID, it kind of messed things up a little bit. My one
Hmm.
studio in town closed and
Oh
it's been
no.
it's been a struggle to find.
Yeah. That's
So
surprising to me that it's such like a small like population just because I think in California I'm like, oh, fitness outside, especially kettlebell, you can take
well, there
outside.
are. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. There's a lot of fitness, but it's just it's hard to find a female trainer in kettlebells
Mm.
here in
That's
my area.
so surprising to me.
I live right
Wow.
between San Diego and Los Angeles. We have a little
Okay.
town, but we should have more, but
Yeah. You
we
should
don't.
have
So
more. I know. We got to
yeah,
get them out
I
there.
agree. You're
I tried
welcome
I
to
tried
come
to
out.
convince my husband to move to California, but here we are in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna say let's go ahead and get started. I love that you guys are all here, and I know if there were a good amount of people on the email list that told me they could either only come to one or they were going to come to watch the recording. So I did go ahead and I put all of you guys on mute if you were already on mute because I am recording this. If you have a question, I want this to be interactive. I want to see you so that I could coach you once we actually get to moving. So just go ahead and unmute yourself and ask away. Feel free to interrupt me. All right. So I'm gonna start by sharing my screen. I made a little presentation that I'm just gonna walk through super quick so that I can stay on task because I get off task very easily. And then I might check back in like a couple minutes um, just to make sure there's no one in the waiting room, but maybe I could see it. All right, so let me see. All right, so this is the Turkish Get Up Masterclass, two-part, 2-day masterclass, a class on all things Turkish Get Up, including what it is, why you should be doing it, and how to do it step by step safely, keyword safely. All right, and so I just want you to go ahead and think about where you are right now in your fitness journey. And if that box of faces is in the way, just go ahead and move it. But maybe this is you, all right? So you might be a complete beginner in kettlebell training and weight training, or you might be experienced. I know we have a couple coaches in here, and I know we have people who have never even touched a kettlebell and they're just interested. All right, and I'm speaking to everyone because I know there's some people that are going to come and watch this recording. All right, and so maybe you're someone who just regularly goes to Orange Theory and F45 and Peloton classes, and you're not really feeling stronger. You kind of feel like you hit a plateau. You're not actually making strength gains. All right, maybe you stretch, you go to yoga, you like movement, but you're ready to level up and do some sort of strength training, some sort of resistance training that's going to help you feel less tight. All right, and I know we have a good amount of endurance athletes who love kettlebell training. I have a good amount in Club Kettlebell, my online membership, and I also know there are a couple people coming to this masterclass who run marathons, who are runners, and they're hoping to find that strength component to their already movement lifestyle. They move a lot, right? You're active, but you don't necessarily weight train. All right, if you're like me, you wake up in the morning with achy limbs, sore joints. Like I wake up sometimes and my shoulders are super achy. I just go like this. I feel stiff all the time when I wake up, and especially on those days following a day that I didn't work out or sitting a lot, right? If my body's in the same position all the time. Okay, you might be someone who just simply thinks weightlifting is boring, traditional resistance training is boring. If you're like me, you might want to use training to preserve your independence. All right, I'm 30, but whether you're 30 or 80, you need to train starting now to preserve your muscle mass, to preserve your bone density, because once that all goes, that's going to be what lands you in the home, right? If you want to be independent, you got to have muscle. You got to be able to move. You got to be able to get up, get down, right? Turkish get up, we get down. Okay. And maybe, like I said, you're somebody who already loves kettlebell training, but you want to learn how you can improve your technique. You want to improve on your form. You want to get more benefit out of your training sessions, or maybe you're just here to learn how somebody else coaches something so that you can take that back to your clients. All right. And so I want to invite you, whether you're a coach and a trainer or a complete beginner or somewhere in between, I want to invite you to have a beginner's mindset today, because this masterclass is really all about breaking down the Turkish Get Up step by step so we can improve our technique. So even if you've been doing Turkish Get Ups for years, I want you to just adopt that beginner's mindset. We're here to learn. We're going to take it super slow today. All right, that's why it's 2 parts, right? It's complex and we're going to break it down. And so the goal of eventually taking all of those scenarios and moving them towards the direction of intentional training. And what I mean by that is we want to train with good quality of movement versus quantity, versus showing up and doing a 45-minute HIIT class just to burn calories, or just running miles to hit our marathon goals, right? We want to actually train with intention. Okay, we want to learn how to move so that we could avoid injury and so that we can improve our performance. Those are my 2 goals for everyone. You could come to me and you could say, I want to run a marathon. I want to lose weight. I want to burn fat. And those are all great goals. But my goal for you will always be avoid injury and improve your performance. And by performance, I mean life, right? Because we're all athletes in life. We don't need to actually have to show up to a track meet or a baseball game to be an athlete. We are trying to improve how we move through life, how we pick up things, how we can get down on the ground and play with our kids or our grandkids. All right. The second part is learning that a lot of times, a lot of people who are just starting out strength training, whether you're already doing endurance work or HIIT classes or yoga, there's that feeling of tightness and soreness that we start to get as we get older, right? Like I said, I'm 30, I already feel this. And so it's not necessarily that we are not flexible or that we need to stretch more, but a lot of times those tight muscles and joints, we actually need to strengthen them. And so the kettlebell is superior for strengthening the muscles and the joints because of all the different angles we could get, especially in the Turkish Get Up. But it's helping us get into the areas that we feel like we maybe can't always get from traditional weightlifting. All right. And then the last thing, my goal for you is to help you learn how to use a kettlebell in a safe, efficient and beneficial way so that you can actually feel strong and athletic and get strong and athletic in less time. Because I'm a trainer and I don't even want to spend more than 30 to 45 minutes working out. So I know that most of you don't either. I want to get in, I want to train efficiently, and I want to get out so that I can live my life, because that's what it's all about, training for our life so that we can get out and live our life. All right. And so it all starts with the Turkish get up. Okay. And so quick, super quick about me. I'm a certified personal trainer. I've been working as one since 2016, and I recently started my own business back in winter 2021 during COVID times. A lot of it was in person back in Cleveland, where I used to live. Now it's mostly online, since I recently moved to Pittsburgh. And I'm a specialist in kettlebell training. That is my passion. I love sharing the kettlebell with everyone else, as many people as I can. And this is how I got there. Like, I used to be the person who ran miles each week and did random workouts from Instagram, or at the time, like YouTube. I don't even know what I used back then, like 7-minute abs on YouTube. And I wanted to burn fat and get tone. You know, you're in your early 20s, want to look a certain way. And I really wanted to get strong. Like, I wanted to build muscle. I wanted to be able to move heavy stuff. And I was not doing any of that, because all I was doing was running and random stuff. And so even as a trainer, I was showing up, I was trying to help my clients. I felt stuck. I didn't know how to help them. I didn't know how to help myself. And I felt like that imposter syndrome was there, because I was like, how am I going to help my clients if I can't even help myself? And so how did that change? That shift happened from the kettlebell. I randomly started teaching a kettlebell class at a local gym in like 2018, and I just got hooked. It was super fun. I was finally starting to feel strong. I was seeing those changes in my body that I wanted to see. And then once I hit that plateau point, I was like, I got to hire someone. I want to learn everything I can learn. And I ended up hiring 3 different coaches over a course of a year. I got certified. I've been certified now for a couple of years, and I love to share as much knowledge as I can with all of my clients, whether a lot of them come to me, they want nothing to do with the kettlebell, and they end up loving it. So that's my why I'm here, and why I'm here to help you. So super quickly, I'm going to go through what you can expect in this masterclass. The first 2 bullet points are what you can expect today. We're going to go over the Turkish get up very briefly, how it's going to help you. And then we're just going to focus on the first half of it today. So like I said, adopt that beginner's mindset. If you're like, I already know the Turkish get up, adopt that beginner's mindset and really focus on breaking down each step at a time. Okay, we're going to do that today. Tomorrow, we're going to meet right back here. Hopefully you can all join me or catch the recording. And we're going to review steps 5 through 8. So I just numbered the steps. You don't have to know what that means right now. And then I'm going to introduce you to my 8-week course called Build Bell Basics, which is taking everything we do here with our Turkish get up and just progressing it all, not only with the Turkish get up, but learning all of the basic kettlebell lifts and how those can apply to your life so that you can work out more efficiently in less time to get into your life and feel stronger, more athletic. So I am going to introduce that to you at the end of tomorrow. All right. By the end of this masterclass, I want you to be able to identify all of the ways that the Turkish get up can help you. Okay. Core strength, stability, getting up and down from the ground, carrying things inside, putting something on the top shelf. I know people have come to me and they can't even lift their arm overhead. I'm not even kidding. The Turkish get up has helped them change that. All right. I want you to understand how to perform the Turkish get up safely, to set it up, and to get in and out using the bell, because I cringe every time I see someone coming into a Turkish get up by moving the bell across their face or the wrong way, that they're going to pull their shoulder, because you can get hurt easily. So I want you to do it safely. All right. Number 3, we're going to complete those essential 8 steps of the Turkish get up. I broke them down into 8 steps for a reason, because they're technical. We're going to hone in on that technique. And the last point is that I want you to be able to apply the Turkish get up to your current workout routine. So whether you're doing F45 classes or you're a runner, we're already training, strength training, we're going to learn how you can actually add the Turkish get up into what you're already doing. All right. Those of you who are already training with kettlebells and do the Turkish get up, this is going to be more on the technique side for you, and that's okay. All right. So step 1, what is the Turkish get up? How is it going to help you? So this is for my newbies in here who are not even really sure what the Turkish get up is. I put some videos here as a demo from 2 different angles, so you could just see what we're going to learn and how complex this is. I get super technical about each step, so that's where we're breaking it down. But a Turkish getup is essentially a full body exercise that involves a sequence of very deliberate and sharp movements to move the weight from a ground to standing and then back down again. Okay, so you're not just lifting a kettlebell, you're developing strength through the entire body, you're developing stability, and you're developing resilience through your core, stabilizing muscles and joints. All right, and a little fun fact, the kettlebell Turkish getup is one of the only movements that it's the only movement I could think of that you're moving your body around the bell. You're moving your body around a weight. Every other exercise, you are moving the weights, bicep curl, deadlift, squat, right? We're moving the weights. The Turkish getup, the bell stays in the same place the entire time. If I play this video again, you're gonna see that bell will just stay in that same place. My arm is straight. I'm literally moving my body around a fixed point. And so that is the reason why this is so good for improving our coordination, resisting injuries, feeling less tight to our joints, right? We're moving in a way that our bodies don't know. Okay. And so all those other methods we talked about before that might be better for cardiovascular health. Maybe you do your bro splits, right? We've all heard of that, chest back tries. If you lift that way, that is fine. But this is going to hit a completely different skill set. All right. And so, like I said, the Turkish getup is just an entryway into taking your workouts and training to the next level. All right. If you train with kettlebells, you already know this. You will improve your mobility, your coordination, your stability, your strength. All right. The kettlebell provides literally unlimited opportunities to get on a higher level in your workouts in the gyms. Excuse my typos. While spending less time training. Like I said, what is it about? It's not about training. It's about living our life, right? We got to take our training and adapt it so that we can get better at life. We can resist those injuries. Okay. Spend your time outside the gym. We want to spend a little time in the gym, not a lot. Okay. The kettlebell does that for us. Anyone can use a kettlebell, but not anyone, everybody could use the kettlebell well. One of the guys who was in my kettlebell certification said that, and that just like hit home for me because it's true. Anyone can use a kettlebell, not everybody can use it well. Okay, you want that quality of movement, you got to learn how to use it well. When you learn it, you have a tool for life. All right, your workouts become shorter so that you can spend time living your life. That is what it's all about. All right, so that being said, let's get started. We're going to go through steps. I'm going to stop my share super quickly. We're going to go through steps 1 through 4 today, starting with the setup. Like I said, if you already do get Turkish getups, just go with it and adopt that beginner's mindset. All right. So we're going to come down to the ground and just warm our bodies up. Okay. I know I've been standing a little bit, sitting a little bit. I did not work out really today other than this morning. So I'm actually going to change my camera super quickly. Give me a second. Get rid of my tech issues. And if you're still with me, just throw a word in the chat how you're feeling. If you're excited, type excited. If you feel like you're ready to go, type ready to go, just so I know you're still with me. I want to hear from you. And then let me turn this camera on. You're gonna see my dog's gonna be in here. He literally never comes in this room, but of course today he wants to come in this room. So I'm going to spotlight my own camera for the sake of the recording as I demo. And then once we get into the actual practice, I'm going to come back and coach you guys. So I'm going to go back and forth a little bit between my 2 screens. All right, so come on down to the ground. We're going to start in a cat-cow today. We would like to warm up the spine of this. All right, so you're going to come into a table position, knees under hips, hands under shoulders here. I will make sure my dog is out of the way. Usually he's welcome here, not today. So you're going to drop the belly low, bring the gaze up, and then round the spine, pull the shoulder blades apart. And I just want you to move through this for about 30 seconds. You can go ahead and join me for these. If you need a little bit of a demo, just watch the screen and then get right into it. Once we get to our actual steps of our Turkish getup, then I will demo for you between practicing. All right. So low cat cow here. We'll go here for about 5 more seconds. All right. And from here, I want you to come into a nice strong plank. All right. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulders. And from here, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Find a deep runner's lunge. So 2 options for this. Keep the back knee off the ground, or you can bring the back knee down onto the ground. We're just going to shift forwards and backwards to get into the hip movement. All right, so you don't need to do a super long warm up today. I just want to get into your joints. If you've been sitting all day, and the Turkish get up is all shoulder work, upper backward, lower body, got hips, right? So we do want to get a little bit warm. Let's add some rotation here. You're gonna bring your left hand up to the sky, right hand's gonna push down into the ground, and then we'll switch. Left hand down, right hand up. Go ahead and take a few rotations for me. Back and forth here. Good. Nice job, guys. Perfect. Once you feel like that side is nice and toasty, go ahead, step back to your plank. We're gonna step back, right foot to the outside of the right hand and take that same thing on the other side. Nice runners on shear leg. It's like you can bring the back knee down or you can keep it up. And I want you to just add in those rotations. Yeah, we'll add them in right now. You can keep shifting those hips forward and backwards if that feels good. These rotations will help you get into the upper back a little bit more. Good, we'll stay here for about 10 more seconds. Nice work, everybody. It looks good. We'll go for 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and bring those hands down to the ground. We're gonna take a forearm plank here. So we're gonna come forearms down. I like to make the number 11 with my forearms here so that you feel like your elbows are right underneath the shoulders and you create some fists with your hands. All right, when you're ready, you're gonna lift the knees off the ground. Find a strong forearm plank here. And we're just holding this for 20 seconds. It's all about creating tension. So push the heels back, squeeze the glutes, feel the quads turn on, pull the core in, and then push down through those forearms. This is called a heart style plank. It's when we create a ton of tension throughout our entire body. Okay, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring those knees down, shake it out. Okay, so you should start feeling a little bit toasty, start heating up. I know I am. We're gonna take a forearm plank now. So getting into the shoulder from a different angle. I want you to bring your elbow right underneath the shoulder again, and the forearm is actually gonna be perpendicular to the rest of your body. All right, so from here, you're gonna press up onto the knees, push the hips forward. If this feels good, you can come into a full side plank here, or you can stay down on your knees. I'll show you from this angle. I'm gonna stay on my knees for this one. I want you to push your hips forward, extend the arm overhead. We're pulling again for about 20 seconds, okay? And I don't, honestly, right now, I don't really care if your legs are long or not. What I care about is that elbow under your shoulder, right? We want to focus on some shoulder stability here. The forearm's going to push down. Again, I'm making a fist here, and I'm really focusing on this upper body part of this plank. Okay, we'll hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring it down and switch sides. Switch sides, 20 seconds. Go ahead, bring it up. Same thing here, okay? Focus on that forearm. You could choose to go long legs or short. Does not matter. I want you to focus on that shoulder, okay? Getting it nice and stable. Getting it nice and stable. Looks good. Yes, hold 5. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come onto your back. Our last movement here to get the core nice and toasty. We're gonna take a nice hollow hold. All right, so I'm going to show you 3 different variations you can do. The first variation is a bent knee variation. You're going to come, push your low back down onto the ground, reach the arms out straight, and just keep the knees bent. Lift the shoulders off the ground. You're going to feel a lot of core activation just doing this. From here, you can your option is to straighten out the legs. Your third option is to straighten the arms overhead. All right, so we're going to go hollow hold. You choose your variation, long legs, long arms, or bend those knees. Or go about 10 more seconds, nothing crazy here. All right, you should feel like you're starting to get a little bit heated. Okay, nothing crazy, just into those joints and core. All right, we'll go 5. Good, nice work. You guys look awesome. Yeah, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We are going to take a rest, okay? I want you to come to the screen and watch me. So we're going to start with the setup, the Turkish get up setup. So I'm going to explain this in a little bit different way than maybe you've heard it before. Okay, so go ahead, come to the screen. I'm going to try to get my dog out of the way. He literally never comes in here. So today's a good day. So I am gonna show you this from two different angles, okay? So you're gonna start by just coming down and laying on the ground here. And I want you to imagine a straight line going through my body, okay? That's called your midline. So from your midline, think about the Turkish getup in angles. I'm gonna refer to angles a lot, all right? It's like geometry. And so I want you to just start by taking all of your limbs from your midline out 45 degrees. Okay, so it's like you're making a snow angel on the ground. From here, we're gonna punch up one arm. That's gonna be the arm that's holding your belt. Okay, the safe side knee is gonna slide up and come to a bend. This foot should still be out at 45 degrees, right? I still start at that 45 degrees. I just slide my foot in and bend that same side knee. So bell side, knee bend, bell side, knee bend. Okay, opposite leg, that's the easiest. It just stays where it is. The opposite hand, the hand placement is super important for where your first step of your getup is going to go. So I want you to take your pinky side of your hand. You'll bring it to your hip crease right here. Lay your elbow down and then just straighten it out. Okay, that pinky side of your hand is now on the ground about 45 degrees away from your midline. Okay, so you'll measure it out down. Okay, super quick recap. Lay straight, 45-degree angle between all limbs. Punch your fist up, bend that knee, measure out your hand. That's your setup right here. Okay, I call this a half starfish position. You're gonna feel like a snow angel or a starfish, but only half of one. Okay, so go ahead and set it up. Okay, so we're gonna get up, get down a little bit. Let me take this spotlight off so I can see you guys, and you're just gonna set it up. Okay, so start long. Pretend like you had that straight midline down your body, and then just bring your legs out. Literally make a snow angel on the ground, 45 degrees, 45 degrees. Let's go, all go right side. We'll bring your right hand up to the ground, to the sky, and bend that right knee. Nice, Kendra. Yep. Good, Sandra. Brooke looks good. Bevan looks good. Cool. Awesome. Okay, and now go ahead and relax that, and let's just do it on the left side. Okay, beginner's mindset. Think about, do you set up for your get up the right way? Typically, if you do get ups, the setup is the most important step. If you mess up your setup, that bell might not be going anywhere, or you might be missing a PR, or you might not be going as heavy as you think you could be going. So the setup is important. All right, looks good on the left. All right, shake it out. Come on back to your screen. We're gonna go through a couple things in step one. So in step one, I'm gonna say this before I spotlight myself again. In step one, we are going to do 3 different sets. All right, our first set, we're gonna go through it body weight, because I know there are gonna be people in here, whether they're watching the recording or coming tomorrow, that have never done a Turkish get-up before. So we're gonna start body weight. If you are someone who's done them with weight, I want you to just focus on slow movements, nice control, so that you could enjoy the body weight variation. Okay, our second set, we're going to use our shoe. This is where you need your shoe. I forgot my shoe because I don't listen to myself, so I'm going to use a yoga block. If you have a yoga block, feel free to use that as well. All right, and then our third set through, we're going to use a weight. If you have a weight, if you don't have a weight, that's fine. You can use your shoe again. If you have a kettlebell, that's perfect. If you don't have a kettlebell, you have a dumbbell, that will also do the trick. Okay. So just to start our first step, go ahead and come to your screen. I'm going to show you just body weight. Okay, we'll get up. So it's gonna be a lot of getting up, getting down, because practice makes better, right? We want to be better. We got to keep repeating and doing this. So let me spotlight myself again. All right. And so in your setup, or in your step one, you're gonna start your setup, right? Midline down, 45-degree angles. I'm gonna go on the right side and show you first. I'm just gonna make a big fist with my right hand. My opposite limbs are all at 45 degrees. Okay, I'm gonna measure out my hand. And so the first step, the most important part is actually before you go anywhere. All right. So the first step's gonna be your roll to your elbow, and then we're just gonna roll back down. All right, and so what I want you to think about here before you can even do anything is 1, the breath, and 2, the feet. Okay, the feet are going to help with our roll up. And so what I mean by the feet is if the feet are turned on, if they're active, the legs and the hips are going to be turned on, and that's actually where we roll from, are the hips. We're not trying to sit up through our core. We're trying to pull up through the hips. Okay, and so I'm gonna pretend like I have that kettlebell in my right hand. Flex the left foot and push down through the right foot. Okay, my opposite foot is, my toes are pulling back. My leg is super turned on, it's super active here. My right side, same side as the bell, that side's gonna push down into the ground. Okay, and as far as your breath, you're gonna exhale to roll. Okay, as you exhale, you're gonna create power. So you'll breathe in and then exhale. Roll it up to the elbow. Okay, so from the other side, what you're gonna do, you watch my shoulders, you're gonna roll, take one shoulder off the ground first, and then the other. As you come down, one shoulder comes down first, and then the other. So it's not a sit up, right? It's a roll. You're gonna punch that bell towards that hip, pull through the hip, and then come up to the elbow. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it, let's try it. So just body weight this first set. I'm gonna have you guys go for about 20 seconds each side. Nothing crazy here. As we go through this, we'll get a little bit longer in our intervals. Okay, so 20 seconds to start. Let's go right side first. Okay, I want to see active feet. I want to see those toes pulling back towards the shin. And I know I can't hear you, but I want you to breathe. Okay, breathe in before you go anywhere. Exhale to roll. Nice, Kendra. Yep, good, Sandra. Nice gaze. And I didn't say anything about the gaze yet, but I want you to kind of get that in your mind now. You always want to keep your gaze up at that fist. Okay, once you're holding a bell up there, we always want our gaze there. So just take a look at your fist. You got about 5 more seconds. Brooke, this looks awesome. Yep, and Brooke, keep that elbow down on the ground. You want your forearm pushing down. So bend through the elbow. That's it. Good. That's it. Yeah. Very nice. Cool. All right, go ahead, shake it out. Let's go the other side. Same thing. We got about 20 seconds here. 20 seconds. It was about 30. We'll go 30. Make it even. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm timing you guys on my watch. I usually use my phone, but it's up on Zoom. Like, you can't tell. I have a lot of thoughts in my head all the time. Nice. So big exhale, rolling up to that forearm. Nice gaze, Medlin. Yes, that looks awesome. Okay, remember, pull through the hip. Keep that foot on. These are pretty good. All right, last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. All right, come on back to your screen. Make sure you have a shoe, by the way. If you don't have a shoe, run and grab one real quick, because we're gonna do a drill with a shoe that is going to actually help you create a lot of tension through your body. All right, and so like I said, I'm gonna use my yoga block, which you could also totally use. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a little easier than the yoga block. So I don't want to say I'm cheating, but I might be cheating a little bit. And so I'm gonna show you with my left side, okay, this time. So I'm gonna place your shoe or your yoga block on your fist. So you're still making a fist with that hand. You're gonna measure it out. Here's a little pro tip to make sure this stays on you and balanced. Keep your thumb out of your fist. That's gonna be like a little kickstand and help keep that on your fist as we move. So we're gonna move and go through this step with this on our fist. So this is going to enforce the idea that you need to have a lot of tension through that arm that's stabilizing your shoe and through your hip as you pull. Because if you try to just pull yourself up with your upper body with your hand, that shoe, that's going to fall right down. Okay, so you're going to measure everything out, flex your foot, breathe in, and then exhale. See if I can do it. Nope. And roll back down. Okay, you'll fix it. If it falls, that is totally okay. When I had to film a video for this, it took me like 5 tries. You're gonna roll it up and then back down. It's really hard to do while you talk. Okay, so go ahead and try it. If you're ready to go, I'm gonna do one more up and not say anything. We almost got it. Okay. Hopefully you guys with the shoe can get it. Might be easier with the shoe. Maybe I was mixing that up. So go ahead. It doesn't matter what side you start on. And I want you to just focus on keeping that arm straight, keep that tension. Yeah, it's definitely easier with the shoe, actually, now that I think about it. So just exhale, rolling up to that forearm and then roll on back down. Yeah, Sandra, that's good. You'll see, yeah, the block is actually a little bit like bulkier, I guess. But if you have a shoe, use that shoe. Medlin, that looks awesome. Okay, and so you're just reinforcing that idea of tension. Okay, we want tension through that shoulder and we want control through the hip. Okay, got about 5 more seconds on this side. Nice, Kendra. Woo. Woo, good. Nice control, guys. You guys are doing way better than me. All right, go ahead and switch sides. Switch sides. And so the other thing that's really nice about using a shoe or a block, go ahead when you're ready. I got the clock on, about 30 seconds on this side. The other thing about doing this as you practice your getup is you can't really cheat, right? One of the most common misconceptions of the Turkish getup, as I was saying before, is it's a sit-up. We want to skip that elbow roll, right? This first step is super important. It's a roll from one shoulder to the next. You can't really sit up with a shoe. Can't really sit up with a block. So again, it's just reinforcing that technique. Nice, Evelyn. That looks awesome. That looks really good. Yep, good elbow grip. You got it. You got it. Last 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, release, shake it out. All right, release and shake it out. So come back to your screen. I'm going to show you with the weight now. And so if you have a dumbbell, you can totally do this with a dumbbell. If you have a kettlebell, even better. All right. And so if you don't have a weight at home, if you're watching this, I think you guys all have weights, but if you don't have a weight and you're watching this recording, I want you to just do this with the shoe or the block again, because that's going to reinforce the idea of what your body needs to do when it is eventually under a load. All right. So a couple things before we go actually into the first step is safety. So when you come into your Turkish getup, I want you to start on your side here. Okay, so the bell is right here. My bell is right next to me. I'm on my side. I'm going to show you from a little bit of an angle so you can see. My hand that's going to eventually be holding the bells comes underneath the handle. I'm going to grip that. Then I'm going to bring the opposite hand over top. And that is to make sure that my bell and my arm is stable before I just let the bell go over my face. Okay, so again, it's just a safety tip. Right now, it might not matter, but as you actually move through these with a little bit heavier of a weight, it's going to matter. So from your side, you're going to roll onto your back, keep that kettlebell in both hands, and then punch up. Okay, if this bell is heavy, you're going to have to make sure that arm and shoulder is stable before you go anywhere. Okay, so once you're stable, you'll come down, come into your measurements, okay, 45 degrees, bend that same knee on the left side, measure out your arm. You're going to breathe in and then exhale. Roll it up to that elbow. And then super slow roll down, one shoulder at a time. When you're ready to come out of this, I want you to pull it back down with 2 hands and roll it off to the same side that it came back onto. Okay, so nothing about this really changes from what we just did other than those safety tips. Okay, last safety tip, super quick, before you come into this, when you're ready to go to the other side, this is super important. I want you to bring that kettlebell on the ground, around and over your head. Around and over your head. Okay. I don't want to see anyone bringing it over their face, over their body, because one day it will fall. I don't want it to fall on your face. Okay. So go ahead, try it with the weight. Okay. This time we're going to go 45 seconds per side. Okay. Take your time here. Focus on control. Okay. I want to get you guys moving. I want you to feel like you're working a little bit. And so take a few reps. If you're someone who has a couple different options of weights at home and you feel pretty good, feel free to play around with weight. Okay, go light and go heavy. Do something challenging. All right, big breath in, exhale, roll. Okay, good. And Sandra, don't forget to flex that left foot. Keep that foot, toes pulling back. That's going to keep that heel on the ground as you roll. Nice work. Nice, Madeline. Yep. Good. Yeah, you too, Brooke. Keep those toes pulling back. Flex that foot. Yeah, you got it. Nice roll, bro. Yeah, that's it. And so that you'll see that too. The most common thing that happens here is that opposite foot wants to pop up off the ground. And so one thing that's going to change that is just keeping the foot active, flex it, pull those toes back, really make it work. Okay. Another thing you could do if you're really having some problems with it is you could do this with that foot against the wall or against something that's heavy, not going to move. You could actually push your foot into something. And then the third thing to think about is if your foot is popping off the ground a lot, that weight just might be a little too heavy for you to start with. And then you just have to jump down. Okay, go ahead and switch sides. Go ahead and switch sides. You guys all look pretty solid. Okay, but yeah, that main thing is just watching that foot. If it's popping up, choose 3 things. Maybe it's just making your foot more active, hip turned on. Maybe it's you need to go down in size a little bit. Maybe you just need to push into something. Could just be another kettlebell. About 45 seconds here. Go ahead, roll on up. work. Good, yeah. And I actually find this, and this is, everyone's different. I find that the roll down is actually the hardest part. And so if you're like me, yeah, Kendra, you feel like the roll down is the hardest part. Again, it's that same thing. Make sure that foot is turned on and make sure you're really using your hip. Okay, it's not just the plot. I plop a lot. Last 10 seconds here. Okay, 1 or 2 more reps. 1 or 2 more reps. Yeah, Melvin, big exhale. Big exhale. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, I saw that. That was good. That was okay. All right, good. Awesome, guys. Cool. All right, give it a little rest. So hopefully you're feeling like you're working a little bit. All right, and so come back to your screen. We're gonna go through step 2. So now that we have the setup, we have the, whoops, I forgot to, sorry, spotlight. We have the setup, we have the step 1 is to the elbow. And we went over some of that safety stuff. I'm sorry, my dog is with me here. I'm gonna go over step 2. The rest of the steps should go pretty quickly up until we get to that sweep. So I'm actually gonna show you this second step from the back. Okay, so I'm gonna set up on my right side. You guys can see me. And I'm going to roll onto my back. Oh, actually, sorry, we're gonna just do this body weight to start. So come onto your back, you'll set it up. We'll go right hand. Sorry, left hand up, but I want you to watch my right hand for this next step. Okay, so now we know that first step, we're gonna exhale, roll. And then the next step is coming up to the palm. Okay, and so this is a step that I like to get a little technical with. So in an ideal world, we're gonna keep our hand on the ground in the same spot when we come up to our hand. And we're gonna do that by squishing a bug. I got this from Course Even last year. It's an awesome cue. It works every time. And so when you're coming up here on this elbow, I want you to take that hand on the ground and literally squish the bug underneath your hand. You're just gonna rotate and turn your fingertips back. And what that's doing is it's turning your shoulder and rotating your shoulder so it's in a better position for the following steps. And it's also allowing you to keep your hand on the ground where it is, because if you are someone who comes up and just moves your hand somewhere, where are you going to move it, and are you sure you're not going to get injured in that place you move it? Okay, so this just ensures that that hand is up in the right space. You're going to squish the bug, you come back down, you'll unsquish the bug and roll. Okay, let's try body weight. I want 20 seconds per side. That's it, just to get into that movement, and then we're going to add a block. Okay, you guys know the drill now, so I don't even need to demo the block. Go ahead and just do a couple reps body weight. Okay, remember, beginner's mindset, just focus on that hip tension, core engagement, pushing through the feet. Okay, if you're someone who has done Turkish get-ups before, remember, think about what are your weaknesses? Where do you need to work on? I just shared one with you. Mine is coming back down. Okay, so this is the time to do it. Nice, Brooke. Yeah, come on up and then squish, don't forget to squish that bug. And so this is actually one of the most skipped steps in the Turkish get-up. A lot of people just roll right on up to the hand or the elbow and just make it into one step. Make sure you're doing 2 steps, elbow first and then the hand. Yes, Brooke, you got it. And don't forget to squish that bug. Turn those fingertips behind you. It's going to help keep your wrist from feeling really crunchy. And it's going to position your shoulder for coming up into that next step. Nice. Nice work, guys. Remember, if anyone, go ahead, switch sides. Go ahead, switch sides. If anyone has questions or anyone wants clarification on something, feel free to let me know. I kind of just talk a lot. I know I throw a lot of cues at you guys. So just let me know if you do want to clarify anything, but you all look pretty good in this. Okay, the main thing is make this 2 steps. Okay, don't forget that elbow roll. And we're going to practice it all at the end. Okay, roll on up. Squish that bug. Nice, Kendra. Yep. And unsquish it. Perfect. So as you go through these 2 steps, we'll go about just one more rep and then we'll add that block. Think about keeping the hand in the same spot the entire time. Okay, after your rep, grab your block, grab your shoe. We'll go about 30 seconds per side. I promise I'm going to be a little better with the timer. Okay, 30 seconds. Go ahead. Like I said, I was for 5 years I was a teacher. So I like to teach things. I like to talk and make sure everyone is getting it. So a lot of times I just say things in a lot of different ways because I'm used to teaching to a lot of different types of learners. So I'll shut up. I promise. Nice, Sandra. Ooh, you guys are way better at this than I am. All right, go and switch sides. Switch sides after you finish that rep. I promise I could do it with the shoe, just not the yoga block. That's the hard part. I have a video of it though. I do approve. Good. Don't forget, exhale, roll, then squish, roll and squish. 2 steps, 2 steps. Unsquish it and come back down. And again, if you're like me, maybe the hardest part is coming back down. Okay, so just unsquish the bug. Turn the fingertips from behind you back forward. Yes, Madeline, good. Good. Take one more rep on you and then go ahead and do this with weight. If you have weight, grab a weight. Thanks, guys. Awesome. Cool. And so you should feel like just using a shoe or a block that you're working pretty hard, right? You're creating a lot of tension. You're flexing a lot of muscles. We're really working just to keep that block from falling. And now put that into your weight. Okay, same thing here. Big exhale, roll on up. Yeah, go ahead with the weight when you're ready. Go ahead with the weight. Try to keep that hand in the same spot. The fingertips come from forward to backwards. Just squish that bug and then unsquish it to come down. Okay, 2 steps up, 2 steps down. There we go. Brooke, switch your legs. Yeah, there you go. You're like, something was off there. I knew you could tell. Good. Forearm. Nice breath. Yep. And control that roll. Nice. Good roll down. That was awesome. Cool. Go ahead, switch sides if you're ready. Switch sides. Nice, Kendra. Good control. You guys are killing it. I hope everyone at home watching this back is going to be impressed. They're for sure going to be impressed. They're going to wish they were here. Nice. Good. Squish. And come back down. Nice control, Sandra. That looks awesome. Yep. Just take like 2 or 3 per side. We'll go about 20 more seconds or so, 25 more seconds or so. Good. Nice, Madeline. Yep. And flex that foot other way. Toes back. Toes back. Yeah, there you go. So try to put like pull your toes towards your shin. That's going to keep that foot turned on. There you go. You got it. All right. Once you finish a couple rounds each side, go ahead, shake it out and rest. We're going to come into the next step, which is our last step for today. I want to stop at the sweep because it's arguably the hardest part. It's the most confusing part. I'm hoping that I can break it down in a way that makes a lot of sense to you using ankles. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to start with body weight and really focus on where our body is in this position. And then eventually we'll add in that weight, and then we'll practice going through a couple rounds total of everything we've learned today with weight. Okay. And so let me spotlight myself one more time. So I'm going to show you and talk to you quickly, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the angles. All right. And so also I am going to send you guys tomorrow after class my Turkish get up guide. And I have like some photos with like lines drawn so you can really see the angles I'm talking about, because if you're a visual person, this is going to help a lot. So you're going to come down in your setup. Okay, I'm going to go on my left side, right side is at 45, roll on up. Okay, squish that bug, come up to the palm, and then this is where it gets tricky. You're going to lift and sweep. Okay, and so what I want you to think about, I want you to think about 2 things. Okay, the first thing, and I'll show you this from both angles. The first thing is I want you to think about taking your butt, picking it up, and replacing it with your knee. Okay, butt, knee. You're gonna take your butt, pick it up, and put your knee right where your butt is sitting. That's your sweep. Okay. The second thing I want you to think about is that back foot. Where is it actually going? Because that's most of the time I see people don't know where to put their foot, right? Where is it actually going? So this is where our angles, this is where our geometry comes in. And so I'll show you this from this way first. So as I sweep, what I want you to be thinking about is your body, your legs, making a perpendicular line. Perpendicular lines. Okay. So what I mean by that is your front foot, your front shin is bisecting your back ankle. Okay, it's making it, I drew a line from my foot to my shin, it'll be straight here, and the opposite line is gonna be back here. Okay, so you have 3 points in this line back here, you have your hand, your knee, your foot. And so the first 2 steps are obvious, okay, because your hand is where it is from squishing your butt. Then your knee comes in, right? We're gonna take your butt, put your knee where the butt was, and then that foot. That has to match your straight line. So let me show you it from behind. You're gonna come up. And you have a straight line. You have your hand, your knee, and your foot. If I drew a straight line here, I'm gonna connect all those points. Okay, so as you come up and sweep, think about replacing your butt with your knee and making your foot into a straight line with your hand and your knee. And that's it, okay? As you come back down, you're just gonna replace your knee with your butt. Lift, replace it, okay? Butt to knee to butt. Let's try, let's try. So 2 things, main 2 things to think about. Just go body weight to start. We'll go like 30 seconds per side. And for this too, if it helps you to go through the whole thing, go through the whole thing. If you want to just practice the sweep, come up through those steps, elbow, palm, sweep and unsweep, sweep and unsweep. And you could just do a few sweeps. Elbow and palm should be feeling good by now. That should be feeling very natural, very, hopefully starting to feel more intuitive. Nice. And so once you get to that palm, think, where's your butt? Lift it, sweep it. Where's your foot in relation to your knee and your hand? Is in that straight line. Perfect. That looks pretty good. Nice, Kendra. Yep. Lift the butt and sweep it. Nice, Kendra. Yes. Good. And go ahead and switch sides. Yeah, you guys look good. You guys all look pretty good. I'm gonna watch your other side. Sandra and Evelyn, I'm gonna watch you guys this time. So get the other side down. Okay, and so this is partially where measuring out your hand in your setup becomes a little important, right? That's why we want our hand in the exact place that it needs to be for when we sweep through, and we get that straight line, hand, knee, foot. Because if it's too far away from us or if it's too close to us, it's not going to feel good, right? So then it's switch your knee, Sandra. Yeah, there you go. You're like, I don't know. And that's I always am like, when people get stuck, I'm like, oh, knee. All right. So yep, measured out. My limb looks good. Yep, squish that butt, keep that hand on the ground. Different sweep. Good, Evelyn. Yeah, that's perfect. And your hand moves a little bit as you like come into your bug squish, but it was fine. It ended up being fine in terms of hand placement. Okay. All right. Once you feel good with that, go ahead and grab a shoe or a block. Do a couple of reps with that shoe or block. Okay, this is where it becomes fun. If you haven't dropped it yet, it's gonna happen. This one. Prove me wrong. We'll see. All right, Sandra, I'm watching you with that yoga block. No pressure. Nice strong butt. Big exhale to roll. Nice. Woo, there it is. Good. Place the butt with the knee. That's it. Good. Nice work, guys. If anyone has, yeah, you got it. I saw that. You made it down though. You made it down. Once you feel good and get it on one side, just go ahead and do the other side with that block too. We won't spend too much time here because I want to make sure we go up through that whole thing with the bell. And so one thing that I forgot what I was gonna say. It'll come to me. If you guys have questions on this though, let me know. Okay, this is probably the most confusing part. Tomorrow's gonna be super, super straightforward, super simple, because we're just gonna put this all together and then do a little bit of a workout, nothing crazy. Just so you can see how you can apply it to your training. All right, after you finish your sides with your shoe, your block, go ahead and find a weight. But we're gonna take this next one together. So just get your weight ready to go. Nice, Brooke. That looked great. Good, Kendra. Perfect. Yeah, and so this is my favorite step to practice with the shoe and the block, because you really gotta take your time going up there. All right, so grab your weights. We're gonna take this all together. Um, and what we're gonna do 3 rounds per side. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way up, sweep, all the way down, just to the step we did today. On one side, you'll bring that bell over your head, do it on the other side, back over, 3 total rounds. We're just I wanna get you guys moving for a few minutes, and then that'll be it for today. All right, so go ahead, everyone start on the right side. Everyone start on the right side. So roll onto your side, get that bell hand underneath, get that supporting hand over top. Okay, show me your strong setup. Go ahead. Okay, get set up. We're gonna go as a team here. So right hand on bell, right knee is bent, left leg is long, left hand measured out. Okay, just breathe here. Think about where you're going before you go there. Strong flexed foot. Okay, take a big breath in. Exhale, roll elbow. Good. Pause here. Pause here. We're gonna spend a little extra time here. Okay, I want your shoulders starting to feel good, upper back starting to feel good. All right, let's go. Palm. Squish that bug. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Okay, from here, lift those hips. Replace the glutes with the knee. Sweep it under. Hold it. Nice. Gaze stays at the bell that whole time. Gaze stays at that bell that whole time. All right, when you're ready, you're gonna push into that hand on the ground, that left hand, replace the knee with the glute, kick back through. Kick back through. Okay, immediately I want you to sit down, flex the foot. That's the first thing that happens. Okay, roll on down the forearm. And roll to the back. Nice, good. Grab that bell with your opposite hand, roll it off to your side. And then I want to see you bring it all the way up and around the head. Up and around, nice and safe. Good, let's go other side, left hand under, right hand over, roll onto your back. Punch it up. Show me your strong setup. We'll go as a team here. Okay. Flex that foot. So I'm intentionally making you guys go a little bit slower through this. All right, so stick with it. Okay, big breath in from the ground. Exhale, roll. Elbow. Nice. Gaze stays at that belt. Yep. Good, Sandra. And palm. Squish that butt. Hold it. Okay, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Okay, get ready to push down through that right hand. Lift and sweep. Replace the right glute with the right knee. Okay, find that straight line behind you. Hand, knee, foot. Looks good, bro. Yeah, Melvin, you got it. Okay, hold it here. Just enjoy this feeling. Okay, how often do you have a weight on your side like this? Not very often. That's what's unique about the Turkish get-up. Okay, go ahead and put all of your weight into your right hand. Lift that knee, kick through, replace the glute down. Okay, take your time here. You should hopefully be feeling a little bit of fatigue. Slowly lower down to that elbow. Hold it there. And then roll. Bring it all the way down. Nice. All right. Go ahead, take it to the other side. Take it to the other side. We're going to do one more round together. I'm going to have you guys do a couple different drills here. And then I'm going to let you guys go all on your own for the last round. And I'll just watch. All right. So let's go right hand back on bell. Bring it up. So we're consistently moving side to side, right? It's not cardio. It's not like a bro lift that you would expect, but you should still be fatigued and working. All right, so bell is punched up. Looks good, Kendra. Brooks ready. Sandra's ready. Military. Let's go. Breathe in. Exhale. Roll. Forearm. Nice feet. Yes. Good. Palm. Good. Pause here. Hold it. So I want you guys to relax the shoulders a little more. So stay in this position. Bring your left hand to your right shoulder and just hold it up. Okay. See how your body, your core can hold yourself up in that position. Your hips. Okay. And then bring it right back down. Left hand to the ground. Left hand to shoulder. You're tapping back and forth. Okay. For about 10 seconds, just holding and tapping. Yeah, Madeline, you'll bring that hand up. Yep. Perfect. And tap. And so if you feel wobbly there, that means that you're not using your hips and core enough. You're using your shoulders a little too much. Yeah. And Brooke, just bring that left hand, right shoulder. Yeah. Use that core. Good. And bring it back, hand to ground. Okay. Think about where your glutes are. Lift and sweep. Lift and sweep. Yeah, we're holding this bell for a long time. Okay, hopefully it's not too heavy. And from here, just pause here. I want you to hinge back through the hips. You're going to press your hips towards your heel and then shift forward. Good. Hinge back. And shift forward. Nice, Sandra. Nice, Madeline. Yep. Yeah, you got it, Brooke. And that should just feel like a nice stretch through the hips. Okay. It's a great way to add some hip mobility in here. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Find a pause. Push down through that left hand. Kick through left leg long. Place your knee with your glute, elbow, and roll all the way down. Very nice. Woo! All right. Shoulders should be toasty after that. Go ahead, bring it to the other side. We got to get the other side even out, and then you guys got it on your own. All right. So these are examples of drills you could do with the Turkish get up. It's not just moving through it fast up and down, right? We want to get mobility. We want to feel better. We want to feel strong in the joints and the muscles. All right. Go ahead, roll to your back. Okay. Punch that belt up. Left side, nice and strong, nice and strong. Once everyone's ready, we'll go. Feet are flexed. Okay, big breath in. Exhale, roll on up. Forearm first. Make it a roll. Nice breath. Yes. Good. Hold it here. Hold it here. Okay, get ready to squish that bug. Nice, Madeline. Squish it. Come on up. Good. And we got to take those shoulder taps. All right, relax the shoulders. Feel that core brace. Feel the hips pull you up. You got about 10 seconds. Semi bringing the right hand to the left shoulder or whichever hand is on the ground. Bring it to that shoulder, tapping. Yes. Good. You can, this is an example, you could do this just to warm up, just this drill. Okay, bring that hand back down. You're gonna lift the hips. Sweep through, replace the glutes with the knee. Okay, find that nice sweep. Yeah, those look awesome. These are like the best sweeps I've ever seen for like a masterclass like this, or like a free class, or I know some of you have done Turkish get-ups, but that's pretty good. All right, go ahead, hinge those hips back. Make it feel juicy in the hips. Make it feel good. Lots of stability here in the shoulder. Okay, like I said, when are you holding a weight on your side like this, right? The Turkish get-ups hits all those angles in the shoulder. All those angles. If you could have stability here, your shoulders can be bulletproof. All right, go ahead, find stillness. Replace the knee with the glutes. Kick it through, sit back down. Nice. Flex that foot immediately when those hips touch the ground. Forearm first. Control that roll. Forearm first and pause, and then roll it down. Yes. Good, Kendra. Good, Sandra. You guys got it. All right, bring it back. You guys got one rep on you. You could take it slow. You could take it fast, and then we're going to be done for today. Okay. Don't take it too fast. I lied. Just up to that sweep and back down. So you don't have to take it as slow as we just went, but I don't want you to rush through it. Okay. Take your time. Take your time. Good. Yep. You could add some of those drills in, those taps. You could add in whatever you want, or you don't have to do any of that. Make it your own. Make it feel good for you. Nice rolls. Yep. Good. Yeah. Those hip hinges in that sweep, that's my favorite part. Those are juicy. And anyone who sits for most of the day, that will feel good for you, right? It gets your hips in a different angle than they're used to. Very nice. Once you finish the first side, I want to see that bell go all the way up and around the head safely. Nice, Brooke. That's perfect. And then to the other side. And so if you could take away anything from this class today, whether you are a brand new beginner, hopefully you feel confident in these first steps now. But if you've been doing get-ups, maybe it's just that safety tip. Maybe it's just these skills here and there. Okay, finish that other side. Finish that other side. Sorry, my dog's barking to go out. Hold on, Ziggy. Nice, guys. Good. Take your time here. Take your time. Nice, Brooke. How you feeling, Brooke? So once you finish, come up and put a word in the chat. I want to hear how you're feeling. You feel like you learned something new? Do you feel strong? Do you feel open? I want to hear how you guys are feeling. Hold on, Zig Zig. I want to hear how you are feeling. Feeling pooped. All right, cool. We're working today. I love it. I love it. I was like, Turkish get up. Got to make sure you guys are working without going too heavy even. So Kendra, how you feeling?
It felt good, especially that hip hinge and the cues, different ways to instruct and teach. That really helped. I like the drills a lot. That was really good.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Brooke said the drills are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drills are awesome. Like those are like, it's a practice, right? It's a skill. So the more you drill it, the more that skill improves. Melvin, you're good in shorts. That is funny. All right, so super quickly before you guys hop off, I just want to recap for the day. I'm going to share my screen back up. So tomorrow, if you could come live, that would be awesome. I know you might not be able to, which is fine, but we're going to review these steps very quickly. I'm not going to take too much time on them. And then we're going to go through steps 5 to 8. We're going to finish it out. We're going to talk more on drills. We're going to do some stuff to make those last few steps feel good. We're going to learn how to apply the Turkish get to your workout. So we're actually going to do a little snippet of a workout tomorrow, just so you could see how I like to program them in. And then I'm also going to share some more information on my 8-week course coming up next month. If you're like, I really want to do a course where I learn more of on the Turkish get up, you could DM me or email me today, and I have a special discount for you. I will also give that to you tomorrow, just for attending this class. So no pressure there. But just so you know that that is coming. So if you are able to come for tomorrow, lost you. There you are. Then we will go over all of that. If you cannot come tomorrow, that is totally okay, because I will be sending out both recordings. All right, I'll send out the recording for today for anyone who is coming tomorrow who couldn't come tonight, and I'll send them out tomorrow too. So I just want to thank you guys for coming. It's so fun to see you all live in person as much as we can, from literally all over the country, which is awesome. So it's really good to see you. If I know you, it's really good to meet you. If I don't know you, if you have any questions after this workshop and you want to ask, feel free to save them for tomorrow. Email me, DM me. I'm here to help you guys. All right, awesome job today. If anyone has a question now, feel free to ask that too. But you guys are good to go. All right, thank you guys for
Thank
coming
you. It was
tonight.
nice meeting you.
It was
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you, Sandra.
See
Thank
tomorrow.
you. See you tomorrow.
Bye, Evelyn. See you tomorrow. Bye, Kendra. Thank you. Bye, Brooke. Feeling good? Cool. All right. I'll see you later, Brooke.